Hello. Hi. Yes, this is not the voice of God. This is the furthest possible thing from that. Although I bet you're all nervous, because if this was the voice of God in your head, you know what you did. And so would I. I would know what you did on Tumblr in 2015. Yeah. You can't fucking run from that. I know everything. What am I doing? Yes, hello. Today I am here to greet all of the formless blobs of London. Hello. And I'm here to introduce a man who is introducing himself because he asked his friend Phil if he wanted to come and do it, and he said, what, so I'm going to come, introduce you, and then just do nothing for an hour? No, I'm going to stay at home. So fuck that guy. Yeah. Hell yeah. Please welcome to the stage, Daniel Howell. Oh my God. Wait a minute, wait. Am I allowed? Hello, sheep. Wait, sorry. What does a person call that? My flock, hello. Wait, a flock literally is sheep, isn't it? That's fine. You're all a bunch of sheep. Oh God, look at you people. You will do whatever I say. And I'm looking at all of you right now and I just say, I am so sorry for everything I did to you. I'm really seeing the byproduct of my influence on the internet tonight. Okay. I think I should probably get down from this before the lightning comes through the ceiling and kills me, because we all know I should not be here. Right, wonderful. Thank you. There is like a baptism pool under here somewhere, for if I stack it too hard, I might accidentally baptize myself and burst into flames, so just get ready at any point. But yeah, we are here tonight to promote a book and heal your religious trauma. What's up? Okay. Hell yeah. Are you okay, Sat? I'm going to have to look at you specifically because there's like a big-ass speaker right here, but that's fine. Right, I got a hit list because I'm unorganized. I wrote God, interior design, stinky, wine, COVID eyeball, piss. Let's fucking go. Right. You may notice I marketed this as an intimate evening with Daniel Howell, which has got that like casual, just like sitting back in a lounge vibe, you know what I mean? I asked, do you guys have any furniture I can borrow? And they said, no, we have nothing. So I brought all of this myself from my bedroom. Yeah. Are you just cheering my sense of taste in furniture? Oh my God, thank you. Well, I mean, hold it. You might regret that immediately. I don't know how parasocial some of you are, but do you remember what this is? Dat ass. I had to put that in a fucking Uber. I am not joking. Okay. Seriously, Phil helped. He was like holding the plan. He was like, I'm gonna come like this far. Goodbye. Have fun at work, sweetie. And I was like, okay, fuck off. No, so imagine being Jake in the Toyota Prius, and then there's like me mincing down the road, like, hello. Can I load this ass chair into your car? He was like, am I going to get groomed? Is this what they talk about on the internet? Oh no, this is how it happens. So yeah, thank you. I hope you all love my ass chair. Wonderful. I did have some, I don't know which one of you sneaky fucks papped me when I was like coming in the back, but I saw someone was like, Dan's wearing this stinky jumper. And then someone asked me, what does that mean? And I had to explain to them that this is kind of the thing. I've been wearing this sweater every single time I've talked about this book since 2022. Yeah, woo! And just to confirm, I have washed the sweater, okay? No, this is not going to be a Dan doesn't wash his feet thing all over again. No, we're not going back there. It is a clean... piss yourself, Dan. We're not going there. No. Does someone want to smell me quickly? Do you mind? Okay, yeah, just come out. Wait, please. Am I stinky? I swear. No, he's watching. Tell the truth right now. Am I stinky? Honestly, I swear to God. Okay, the next thing was wine. Somebody told me that this venue has like a side room upstairs where there's another bar, and I was like, what's this about? Yeah. You're like, yeah, okay. And then I found out you can't have alcohol in the building. That makes sense, okay? This is, no, it's fine. I'm like, can we get Jesus up in here to turn this Evian into something else, but it's fine. Am I allowed a beverage? Something. Okay, I'll take something. Okay, sure, thank you. I would love that. Who's saying piss? No, we're not going there. We're not going there. It's weird. Something that must be acknowledged is how weird it is that we are talking about this object in the year of our Lord, 2024, because this book came out when we were all locked inside. It was like a weird time. Just so you know, I did write this entire book double cheeks out in my own house. You know, yeah. Like, deeply embedded in an armchair with the worst laptop posture you've ever seen, just going for like 10 minutes. And that's how I wrote the book. And this is the first time I've ever spoken about it. So we're making up for like 2 years of stuff here. Very exciting. The next thing on the list was Eyeball. Yeah, I almost wasn't here because I went to A&E the day before yesterday. You don't know, I didn't tell you anything because it was like touch and go whether I was going to live, maybe. No, it's fine. It turns out it wasn't that bad, probably. Basically, the other day I woke up and my eyes were hurting, and I was like, oh no, this is me making fun of Phil. The karma's come to get me all this time. And the eyes are itchy. Am I suddenly allergic to stuff? And Phil, who's like the contact lens freak that just carries like a travel bag of contact lens solution with him, said, we must give you eye drops right now. And you might not know this, I'm someone that cannot have my eyes interacted with on any level. Some people are contact lenses freaks. They're just like every morning, yeah, let's go. He was saying like, lean back and open your eyes. And I was going, it literally wasn't happening. So Phil had to like sit down, and imagine Phil pulling my eyelids open. And I just couldn't stop twitching, so I just go all over my face. So I called 111, you know, the NHS thing to, hell yeah. Oh, beverage. What is it? It's a Sprite, for fuck's sake. Okay. I have Sprite in a wine glass. I'm being mocked, right? Thank you. Okay. Sipping that bubbly piss. Okay, thank you. You've now ruined the drink for me, and it hasn't even happened. So anyway, I called the nurse, and she was like, well, that's weird. Your eyes shouldn't be hurting for no reason. So I'm going to get a doctor on the line. You just have to hold. And then Phil goes, I know how eye health works. We have to flush your eyes right now. You need saline solution. So he comes at me with this like 2-liter bottle of salty water. And he's holding it upside down with the nozzle pointed at me like he's about to decorate a hot dog. And because I can't be normal, I ended up lying on the bathroom floor. In hindsight, I could have just sat in a chair. I don't know why I had to be so dramatic. But they were playing classical music. I had it on speakerphone. And then Phil was just kneeling over me while I was holding my eyelids, and he was just going into my eyes. But I kept moving, so I was basically like waterboarding myself. And then this doctor picked up and was like, Mr. Howell, hello. As I was going like that. Yeah, just a visual image of what the fuck chaos is going on in Dan and Phil house on any given morning. So then in The Faust, thank you, yeah. So then I go to the hospital. Well, okay, this is the thing, right? I get in a cab to go to the hospital, because that's what the doctor told me to do. I get out of the car has not dropped me off on the hospital side of the road, and I'm on the other side. I can't see out of my pain eyes, so I'm the guy from The Simpsons, you know, the mole man trying to cross the... And I think at that moment, Phil had a friend whose eyes were in danger, and he sent him to the eye hospital accident and emergency by himself. What an asshole! asshole. So I was there, like, literally going, I'm sorry, I can't see what's going on right now. 3.5 dramatic hours of me writhing later, they were like, yeah, you've just had, like, your tear duct stopped working. Huh? It happens sometimes. Sometimes in the night, people's tear ducts stop working, their eyes get really dry, and you need these steroid eye drops right now. And I was thinking, that's a thing that can just happen to anyone at any moment. So I almost died. Thank you very much. And for the record, Phil was the worst friend ever. And that's why I'm happy to be here. And the last thing on the agenda, piss. Yeah, so, this... I swear to God. I wake up this morning to see... Hashtag piss yourself for Dan trending. And I get it, right? We get it. This is funny. In case anyone doesn't know what's happening, hi, we're here to talk about a book. The book is yellow, yeah? The book is yellow. So to be supportive, the fans thought it would be funny for everyone, like they're, paying respects for some horrible tragedy, to change their profile pictures yellow, which is fine if it was like, hope for Dan. Like the metaphorical sunrise of mental health for Dan. But it was hashtag piss yourself for Dan to make yourself look like piss. But you need to understand that people are not all like us, okay? Some people are scared and confused. And when I had an email from HarperCollins this morning asking me to explain why everyone's talking about piss, because they've like budgeted ad spend to go out on the internet that's like, even if you're dealing with anxiety, there is hope. Piss. And I had to be like, it's fine, we got to just roll with it. And then they were looking through the hashtag, and I tried to say to them, no, I promise there are sincere messages in there. And they were just seeing things like, shout out to Kai with this trio of pee together online, or I love it when the piss kicks in. Imagine you are an editor at a book publisher who churns out like novels and memoirs that change people's life, and it's like, what's my client doing this morning? Do you really love your girl if you would let her piss anywhere but Dan and Phil Twitter? Okay, it's not normal. Single taken hashtag pissing myself for Dan, and then we have some beautiful art of me on my big day. Yeah. That was me just feeling the love and the support from all of you this morning. You can really, you can smell the sweater, you can see the deep sadness radiating from that. So that was absolutely wonderful. And they made this paid actors. None of you said this stuff, did you? Who said that my book should be made available in all schools? I don't think they read the whole book. That's fine. All of these people are paid actors. But yeah, no, it is very happy to be here. I got through it and I said, I know you want me to post something sentimental. I can't not acknowledge Pissgate this morning. So I made a little video talking about it, and they were like, we respectfully decline to support this across our own social media platforms, but good that your audience is so engaged and supportive. I was like, yeah, we'll take it. No, disaster. As you can see, it has had a hopeful rebrand from the last one. It's like gold and shiny, ready to cause like air traffic incidents if you like point it at the sky at the right angle. Blinding God for what he did to us. No, it's fine. Old ladies will just walk into furniture if they're like bumping past it in the Waterstones because of this. It's okay. The book will hurt people. Flop, literally. But I do think we need to talk about the graphic design journey, because do you remember the first one? It was so melodramatic. God, okay. What a 2020, it's so emo, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Like, I get it. Sorry, did I just blaspheme? I'm trying to work out which window it's going to come from. It's fine. But you get it. It's like you in night, sad. And then, oh, look, street lamps, hope coming through the windows, slit. Yes, exactly. It was beautiful. I liked that, okay? I thought it was classy. The Americans did not like it. They were like, no, man, you're the celebrity. We're going to do the book deal. We're going to put your face on the cover. And I was like, no, see, okay. That is so melodramatic. It's what am I doing? Staring into the middle distance, just thinking about what I've done to all of you. No, it's awful. The thing is, I think the book is good, it's helpful. I think that putting my face on the cover will turn people away from it. I got their logic that for you, it's like, oh, the Dan book. Yeah, if you're a straight man walking into a Barnes & Noble, you're going to go, who's that fucking twink? Not for me. Okay. So I was like, please, not my face. Anything but my face, just like a blank cover, it'll make a statement. And then they put it on it. I was like, oh, nope, flop. Okay, so there we go. It was wonderful. And yeah, no, we need to talk about this. They are a little bit embarrassing. And I just need to analyze it. Now, I worked with a great photographer called Sarah Lee. I mean, they're beautiful photos objectively. I'm an awful model. Like, what am I doing in this photo? I'm sitting on the back of a chair, so imagine me just like perching like this, just being like, there we go. And I'm trying to look so candid, so I'm doing this thing with my hands where I'm like, I'm just, relaxed and natural, shooting daggers over there. This was the COVID haircut where I was like awkwardly grown out, so I had a lot of hairspray scooping it back. I look back at this with immense regret because it looked good for about a week there, and then it looked terrible. And that was that moment where all of us, we had that chrysalis moment, no one saw us, and we could have come back like, I'm back, bitch, changed my hair, changed my gender, meet the new me. It was like a good moment for lots of people. I wasted that. I could have come out of this thing looking like Harry Styles. I could have grown it out, but instead I got to the awkward middle stage and then I bailed. It was terrible. And this one here, okay, yeah, I'm in the woods. It's super good. That was in Regent's Park. So you all need to imagine a bunch of families and people enjoying their day, and I'm sat on a fucking rock with my knees out. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. That's embarrassing. I'm going to like point my fingers like I'm giving an Apple presentation. Yeah, it's very good. So, look, it was a moment. I tried my best. Great. I looked cunty. Thank you. It's a compliment in our culture. Okay, it's fine. It's going to be, there's no use for context. It's already gone, people. It's a disaster. So I have been told that I do need to actually talk about the product at some point, otherwise they're going to sue me or something. So because this is something that I wrote, do you want to hear some of the new material? Okay. They were like, what do you need to update the world on since you've gone? I was like, the apocalypse, that happened? What do you mean, what happened since you wrote it? Since I was in that basement. So I wrote a chapter that was called Coping with the Unknown. Ooh. So are you ready to cope together? Yeah, okay. Let's all cope super hard as I drink this warm Sprite that I was given. It's okay. It's as I sip from the cuppeth of piss that I have been... You've ruined it. Okay, you've ruined everything. It's fine. Okay, right, shut the fuck up. It's story time. Here we go. I'm going to try to take this seriously. I will be criticizing myself as we go. So let's see. And look, this is one of those things. I will be talking about how you guys process your mental health. You will feel personally attacked. And that is a direct attack, and I want you to feel bad about it, because the first step to growing and improving your life is to realize how bad it is right now first, okay? In all sincerity. Thank you. That was a bit too passionate. Woo! I'm going through something. Woo! Okay. Here we go. Page 304. What a yap. Seriously, okay. It's fine. And yes, I did fold the corner down in my own book. What are you going to do about it? Did I sell branded bookmarks of this book? Yes. Did I use them? No. That's how chaotic I am. What are you going to do about it? Okay, people who fold corners fuck. That's what I'm saying. It's just... Or they cry themselves to sleep at night because they can't live with what they've done. They destroy beauty. There's consequences. Right. It turns out life has surprises. I'm sure we all had big plans for 2020. And well, surprise, bitch. Very often in life, we try to predict what the future may bring, and that provides the double-edged problem of both worrying yourself by fantasizing about everything that could go wrong and mismanaging your expectations. One of my favorite flaws about myself is allocating a certain amount of emotional bandwidth for life based on my expectations of how things are going to go, such as, and I swear this is what I wrote like a year ago, such as, I could not be more stressed about a live event I have coming up, but it's okay because it will go perfectly. Out the window. I then proceed towards that thing at 100% of my stress capacity because I think I can predict what's coming. And then if literally anything goes wrong, such as I wrote in here, a cat briefly crossed the street in front of me, making me 11 seconds late, which started a life-ruining chain reaction of events, I think everyone screaming piss counts as the thing that made this unperfect tonight that I didn't manage my expectations for. I then go to 102% stress and implode spectacularly, which will happen at 8:02 p.m. this evening. We, and I am including myself in this, need to be flexible in life. We should expect the unexpected and know that we are capable of handling whatever pops up within reason. If a snake pops up and bites you in the tit, it's okay not to be okay with that. That's a perfectly reasonable thing to not manage your expectations for. Humans do not like it when things are uncertain, because why would we just enjoy life in the present when we could spend all day pre-planning hypothetical responses to imaginary disasters? Yeah, it's way more fun. To some extent, it is obviously useful to think about things in life, which is why we evolved to do it. But as we know, humans are so beautifully talented at considering and planning themselves into complete annihilation until they're lying face down on the bathroom floor, picturing how they're going to die today. It's a great time. We think that worrying about things that we can't be certain about means that we're in more control because we're trying to foresee problems. But by worrying about these things, we make ourselves less comfortable with uncertainty, which is a life skill, all right? Which then just makes us worry more. And before you know it, you've just spent your whole day thinking about death. It's very easy to slide into. When there are uncertain situations, you need to trust yourself to do a reasonable amount of thinking about it and problem solving before then just moving on with our day rather than fantasizing about the horror. Is this you? Okay, here we go. How to tell if you have an issue coping with uncertainty. You would rather something terrible actually just happened right now than live with the unbearable stress of not knowing if something terrible or, God forbid, even something good happened. Okay, yeah. You can't commit to any plans in life without a prophecy telling you exactly what's going to happen at every single moment. Yeah. Or you literally can't function without second, third, fourth guessing every single thing that's going to happen, and you find yourself on a hamster wheel of needing to go up to everyone you've ever been told and going, can you tell me this is going to be, is it going to be okay? Is it going to be okay? If you felt personally attacked by that, good. Like, sorry, but that means that you can work on it, which is why I'm selling a book for $9.99. Our ability to tolerate situations is not set in stone. Naturally, the more stressed we are in life, the harder it is to cope with not knowing what's going to happen. Conversely, if there is a great toilet paper shortage crisis for any reason in the world, and you're one of those people that already hoarded all of the toilet roll, it will be easier for you to tolerate that, twat. During moments in life where you might feel uncertain about something coming up in your future, whether it's a possible change coming up in your circumstances or your work or your relationships, you might feel tempted to partake in the problematic habits of avoidance and reassurance seeking. Ooh, yeah. Avoidance. This is really just like an attack right now, I can tell, isn't it? If you can't get the answers that you're looking for, you might feel tempted to distract yourself from worrying about the problems by partaking in problematic behaviors. Avoidance can be emotional or physical. It can, for example, make people turn to alcohol to cope with what they're doing. It's like, yeah, drink some piss. It's a much healthier coping mechanism. When things are out of my control, I have been known to have a little rosé breakdown every now and then on a balcony. It's okay. Just one of those Tuesdays. Or go into some kind of depressive hole playing something on my PC for 12 consecutive hours. Those are rookie numbers, honestly. And you will often find me concealed somewhere beneath a mountain of discarded crisp packets and pistachio shells. Avoiding the problems in your life, it does not bring you certainty about the things you're afraid of. It just procrastinates the worrying about it while giving you something new to feel guilty about. Exercise how to avoid avoidance. The best way to stop yourself from running from uncertainty is to face it straight on. You need to ask yourself, do you need everything in life to be absolutely certain? Think of a time where you actually managed to get through a scary situation while not being 100% sure of exactly how it would happen. Did your desperation for certainty actually help? No, you'll probably find that it just took up headspace that distracted you from actually solving the problem, and everything still worked out fine. Your eyes didn't fall out, you just learned that your friend Phil is a terrible person that will leave you to cross a 2-lane highway by yourself while you're blind. It's fine. You should take a moment to appreciate that sometimes things just work out fine and there's no reason to spend all day catastrophizing about it. Think of an uncertainty that might be in your life right now. Are you misinterpreting that uncertainty about the situation as a prediction that it is definitely going to go horribly wrong? Take a moment to consider that it could, in fact, go well. I know that's scary, man. You need to do it. You need to allow an inch that's like, what if the thing goes well? There's no space for that, because perhaps the positive excitement for the scenario where it does go well could motivate you to actually be good at solving your own problem. Wild how that works. Now think about what level of uncertainty you are comfortable just sitting in day to day about situations. Next time you're in a sticky situation, let go of the imaginary horror and just think, I'm vibing in the present. Might everything go horribly wrong? But that's okay. I'll just put my shoes on and count that as the win, even if the world literally ends, because sometimes you need to start really, really small because you are that shit at it. But that's okay. It's about progress. Remember that if you curb the uncertainty and give the problem solving a go, but it flops horrendously, you shouldn't waste all day just worrying about it. Instead, just go, hey, I did what I did, it was a disaster, on to the next day, my eyes didn't fall out, and take the win, people. Now, the other one is reassurance seeking. Who's got mummy issues? Let's find out. The best and one of the classic terrible examples of reassurance seeking is when you stick to the news all day. If something happens in a stressful world event and you just sit there doom scrolling the timeline for 6.5 hours just going, this is bad, what's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's going to happen, the solution's not going to come up. You're just going to observe more terrible things about the thing probably, and that is human nature. We're out there, but no matter how long you spend doing it, no matter how many pistachio shells you're just up to your neck buried in a hole somewhere, oh God, I said, no matter how many pistachio shells lie on the floor, these nuts will not fill the empty space within myself. I deezed nuts myself. These nuts will not fill the empty space within myself. What does that even mean? This is trash. Oh my God. We want somebody to tell us that everything is going to be okay. We want to not feel alone with our thoughts. We want to learn some new piece of information that is going to give us an answer to our worries, and so we sometimes cling desperately to the people in our life, like a koala on the cusp of getting that chlamydia. Although it's like hereditary, it's not an STD, or it is an STD. It's fine. Don't laugh. Koala chlamydia is a very serious issue. Thank you. If you spend all day asking paranoid questions to the people around you, fishing for reassurance, this is going to give you a bit of temporarily reduced anxiety, but in the long term, it just makes you less confident that you can actually solve problems by yourself and that you need help. No, you got this. Do you believe that you got this? A solid mid, okay. Exercise! How to reduce reassurance. Not physical exercise, don't worry. It's like, if you can hold a book, that's the level of exercise that we're talking here. It's okay. The first thing is to spot the cycle. It is okay to ask someone once, is my jumper smelly? But if you do this to the guy that left you outside the eye hospital 5 times in the same day, it should be a sign that you're desperately seeking assurance rather than actually trying to solve the problem yourself. The first step is to be aware of it. The next one is to see the writing on the wall. A good way to get perspective is to literally make a note, notes app. thumbtack thing, just like stick it to your forehead that goes, I should not ask, does this sweater smell? And then the next time you do it, go, oh no, I made a note 5 years ago, I am an idiot. Okay, stop asking about that. You can set a timer. Sure, getting that sweet, sweet bit of assurance that you crave is fun, but it's a dangerous habit, but you can wean yourself off it. You can say, I will not have another pistachio to fill my nut hole with whatever I said until 6 o'clock, because I am a good boy and I will pace myself. That's fine. I will only fish for a desperate compliment once per evening. It's okay. And then ask for barriers. I know this is super ironic, but one of the best ways to be more independent at not relying on other people to manage your mental health is to ask them for help with not giving you help. You need to go up to these people and go, next time I bug you, please tell me to fuck off. And it seems counterintuitive, but it will work, because they are there for you, but they are not going to enable you. I do not have that problem with Phil. He's just not that helpful. It's fine. And then, this is quite classic. I wrote a whole chapter called Burnout. Woo, yeah! And if someone says, Dan is not on fire, lightning bolt, it will come through the ceiling and kill you. And I will bury you outside this building. It's fine. I have, rather infamously, suffered some burnout in my career, because for 10 years I lived in a goblin hole making all of this content until one day I mysteriously disappeared. Gay. But now, any familiar followers of mine will know that after disappearing, I tend to theatrically reappear with some kind of really long yap about what's going on with my life. But apparently some people like that. I don't know, it seems like a bad habit we need to kick. For a decade back there, when I was trapped in the YouTube goblin hole, I was going non-stop with no break whatsoever, and I admit that my work is my life, and what I mean by that is all of my self-worth is tied to how successful I appear to be to the people whose opinions I respect, which is my friends, my family, my followers, my peers, which is basically most people. And I felt that if I wasn't doing something, if Daddy wasn't making content for the people, then I basically don't exist, which is a slightly fucked up way of looking at your entire existence. My lifestyle back in the 2017 days was not conducive to having good mental health, and that is why I wrote this book. I was already living a lockdown life. I mean, yes, I'm antisocial and I don't like going outside, but it also wasn't good. I needed to, touch grass and eat ass, that kind of stuff. It's fine. All I had to keep me going was that constant addiction to the dopamine of being like, boop, look at the comments. Yes, I have given the people entertainment. I exist for 6.5 days until I need to do it again. And that was my life. And over time, it slowly built up this resentment where I was like, when do I stop? Am I allowed to slow down? Am I allowed to have any fun around this? The relief? Should I feel bad about the problems going on? And the issue was, I really absorbed all of the stress without having any perspective on the positive things that were in my life then. And the issue is, on some level, I obviously wanted a break from it. But because the idea of slowing down was so scary, I began to subtly self-sabotage. And this is the thing, we all know about quiet quitting, right? When you're like, I'm done, I'm just gonna slowly peter off. We all do that with everything. When we're too chicken to confront it, we'll be like, oh, I really hate my partner. I'm just gonna stop talking to them for 9 months until they dump me. That's the healthy way to do it. That's what I did with YouTube. I was like, I'm gonna ignore it, spectacular homosexual breakdown out of nowhere. And then when I thought about picking it up again, I just felt like, do I have anything more to say? I did all of these videos for so long. Can I even muster the energy to do it again? And I felt like on some level, it wasn't just that I was tired. I felt like I'd started to philosophically hate everything about the idea of what I just did. The reality is, I just needed to have a little bit of space because my lifestyle was super parasocial nightmare hellhole, and I needed to take a step back. And the gay breakdown was me pulling the emergency brake that said, I need to step back, otherwise I'm going to be a 42-year-old depressed lawyer pretending to be straight. And nobody wants that. So I've made an effort in the last couple of years to look at my life, kind of think, can I do this in a way that is not totally weird? Phil convinced me, let's bring back a gaming channel. The jury is still out, okay? I'm not gonna, do you watch any of these videos? I'm in a constant, no, I'm on the edge. We'll see how that goes. But this is the thing, I know for a fact that as a result of that mental health journey that I've been on, from the depression video, the gay video, to writing this book, and face planting, just scraping along the floor the whole time, I have now somewhat learned how to live and do this a bit sustainably rather than speed running myself to burn out. I'm going to go live in the woods forever and you'll never see me again. So thank you to everybody that stuck with me while I had that breakdown. I appreciate it. It is spectacular. Oh, good. The next subchapter is Not on Fire. I wrote, what the hell am I talking about? Yada yada, you might be burnt out, the world is terrible, we're all feeling a bit stressed by everything. I'm not reading that. Okay, that's fine. Fair enough. It's all good. Now, you may be noticing Slitbox. What up with that? If anyone needs a desperate amount of context, this was something that was from my tour. We called it Dan's Hole because we wanted people to write questions and put it in the hole, and then we realized it looks like a slit, so we called it Dan's Slit. And now, since the slittening, it just makes more sense. It's fine. Bring back the slit. All right. We'll see. We need to do another fundraiser. What body part will Dan and Phil shave next? That's a really weird precedent to start. No, I feel like it's going to go real wrong real quick if that's how we do things. But I feel like it was good luck. The problem with Phil's slit is he's so pale and Voldemort looking, you didn't even see it. He's got this blonde eyebrow. Do you want to know a secret? I'm going to roast him right now. He was like, my eyebrows are kind of blonde, my skin is really pale. People can't see the slit. He eyebrow penciled his slit in every single day. Yeah. It was a fake slit. He emphasized it because of his weird, transparent complexion. It's fine. Okay. The first question is, what is the weirdest position you wrote the book in? Sitting position. Okay. I was like, reverse cowgirl novelist? There was only one position, which was, I'm hunching like this. You know, it's the T-Rex is what I call it. And you all think, it's fine, I'm vibing. Yeah, I look at my phone like this in bed. When you turn 30, you will feel it, okay? You do not know what you're doing, okay? When you're doom scrolling frickin' TikTok, you should be like this. It's fine, you should have it on like an ergonomic monitor going like that all day. Because as soon as that 29th birthday hits, you're gonna go, old! How did this happen to me? Yep, so that is the weirdest non-sexual position that I wrote the book in. Good question. Hi, Dan, thanks for everything that you do. Everything that I do? I've been watching you for 10 years, and it's been the best growing up with you. Oh my God. This is my third time seeing you, and every time it gets better. Thank you, that is so sweet. I'm guessing the last time you saw me was on like one of the big tours. This will not have been better than that. That's bullshit. Okay, I'm sorry. We had to break the streak at some point, but that's fine. Hi, Dan. I would love to know what your comfort shows are when you're feeling down. Yeah, it's perfectly fine to rewatch something like The Office or something that is less millennial the whole time. Is The Office over, or is it fine? It's like the one thing that's allowed in the safe zone, okay? Friends isn't. That's the one thing that when someone says that now, it's fine, you can, like, it's good. And then I'm like, Ross being insecure about a Manny? What did this do to me as a child? This is what gave me my internalized homophobia. It's fine. I like to rewatch trash anime all the time. That's definitely my option. And I went into a really weird hole. I started watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills from the start, and then I was like, middle-aged women arguing with each other. This is what my soul needs. So yeah, I fell into a deep hole there. Okay, oh, this is a blank piece of paper. Wow. That is a power move. Yeah. Profound, truly. Okay, and then the one after it just says slit, question mark? Okay. Is that like, why the slit, or is it like, when will the slit come back? I'm not sure. Both, it's okay. Double slit, yeah. Hi, Dan. You have a knack for prose based solely on the delicious fanfics that you keep narrating. Do you have any plans to write fiction in the future? You should actually write a novel based on a NordVPN ad read that I did last week. I don't think people want that. No, I've been told that paranormal romance is very in right now, so it could be they were there, sat at the laptop, they were ready to install NordVPN. And then they felt it, the ectoplasm scooching under the cooch. No, it's fine. No one needs it. No one needs it. No one needs it. Burn that book already. We don't even know what it is. What was the worst time when you should have taken your own advice, but you didn't every single day? People are like, Dan, he wrote this whole book. He must be like the master of mental health. Well, I have a goldfish memory, bitch, so that's not how that works. I regularly find myself just going, oh, I'm going to die. This is going to go horribly wrong. And then Phil will be like, what's the catastrophizing? I'll be like, yeah. He was like, I read that from your book, idiot. And I'm like, yes, my own book. P.S. I stole your picket sign, and it is in the building. That was you, okay. Theft is okay sometimes, that's fine. Oh, you got consent from someone. No, are the merch people giving you consent to steal things? No, don't do this. Right, this one is written in true serial killer writing. I don't know if you can see that up there. That was written with like 2 hands on the pen, aggressive. And it says, did you work at the Asda in Lower Early? Okay, we've got GeoGuessr baby reindeer in the audience. That's okay. Yes, you fucking... Why is that exciting? It's like... Oh, hell yeah. I mean, it's like a big Asda, right? They got everything, yeah. And if you go to the dairy aisle, you'll find the place where I fell asleep when I was walking. If you break into the staff room, you'll find the table that I slept under. Yeah. You know, and there's historical buildings, and there's a plaque outside it, and they'll be like, Oliver Cromwell lived here. They'll be like, Dan Howell fell asleep under this table in the Lower Early Asda. Yeah, okay, thank you. Oh, great, this one just says, who are you? Who was dragged here by someone, and they're like, what the fuck is going on? I'm so sorry. You will never emotionally recover from this. That's fine. Pick one, choose wisely. Vagina Museum in Bethnal Green or Penis Museum in Iceland. Okay. Do you want to know? I have been to both of those. Unironically, I have been to both of those. What I will say is, like, the Penis Museum is more of like a TripAdvisor tourist thing. I think that the Bethnal Green Vagina Museum has been curated more artfully. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, here's the wall of relatable labias. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but that's... Hell yeah, sister. It's fine. How do you deal whiplash with feeling lonely even when you're surrounded by people? Oh my God. No, this is genuine. I'm someone that's been like surrounded by friends and felt like I'm just astral projecting into the room. I think that people criticize online friendships for not being real and not being able to do certain things emotionally. And whilst, I don't know, physical contact, going outside, it can help. I think people need to appreciate what online friends can do for you a bit more. Thank you. It's like when you're in that weird Discord and there's that friend and you don't know what they look like because they've got like a strange Wansler picture as their icon. But that person has taken you through like 19 sexuality crises at breakdown. Yeah, like that's your real friend, you know what I mean? And there's something about, sometimes the people in your life might not be with you, but the phone friends in your pocket are there. They're on your inner thigh forever. They're not close to your heart, they are radiating my testicles, but it's just as good. How has the YouTube comeback affected your mental health? All right, let's... No, it has improved slightly. The problem with Daniel Games back yonder day is I would spend 8.5 hours editing a Sims video, which was fun, and I loved it. And that was like, it was my entire day, and I couldn't do anything else. I was like, I have no time to realize that I'm gay if I keep doing this. So now we're tag teaming with a bunch of editors, and people can usually tell if there's like a disgusting thing added to it. They were like, that was Dan. And it's good. And it is mostly sustainable for now. I feel like we're on this weird trajectory where we're this close from just dropping the games and being like, it's just the Dan and Phil tier list channel. That's fun. It's good. Because we did a bit of that a couple of times. No, let's just give the people what they want. Let's just do more of that. We'll see how it goes. Bring back Sister Daniel? Yeah. Imagine if I came out here dressed as Sister for no reason whatsoever. No. Venue security would have been like, slide tackle this hoe right now. Let's drag them out. This is offensive. Let's put their face up in the background. Also, these lights are very bright and the tights are very thin. I'm not sure. No, that one night in Nashville, it was like a dark street, and then I went into a gay bar and no one saw me up close. It was fine, you know. I don't think anyone needs to see Sister Daniel with spotlights on them. That would be quite traumatizing. Okay, this one says, will you ever tour again? Do you want me to? Okay. What should it be? Dan and Phil tour, bring that back. Okay. I guess some people that was like, my dad didn't let me because I was a child. Please do it again. Please do it again. Okay. And we're going straight from that to what should I do if the condom splits? I'm not qualified. I'm really not qualified for that. Okay. As someone who constantly makes jokes about your mental health, do you ever feel like joking about it makes it harder for you to take your feelings seriously? Yes. No. I actually am of the belief that the hardest thing with mental health, in all seriousness, is to start the awkward conversation. And as much as these jokes about, like, so depressed XD, am I right? Are like a bit, yeah, we'd be in that. That was a bit like 2018. At least you're talking about it. The problem with all of it ever was you'd be like, am I weird for having anxiety? Whereas now you're like, anxiety? What? And yeah, you can really offend people and destroy your own self-esteem, but that's a good in sometimes. And I think it's better to get in the worst way possible than to die on the outside. You know what I'm talking about? So there we go. It's fine. When will you finally have your debut as a judge on Drag Race UK? Yeah, it's funny. I've been saying this. I spent the whole decade, whenever someone was like, do you want to come on this TV show? I'd be like, I don't want to get outed by The Sun, so no. I do not want to go on Strictly, because then they'll be like, what's the deal with him? Because he gay, you know what I mean? Whereas now I'm like, he gay. Maybe that's all right. Who knows? And then, are you joking? The last one I'm holding says, do it fart. From Megadilf. Okay, yeah. Ooh. You didn't think I was going to read that, did you? Okay, I see. Now, you may not know this, but in case you're someone that can't read or just has no attention span, there is an audiobook, okay? I have friends, close friends, that were like, I never read your book. I'm like, why? And they're like, I don't read books. I loved it. Happy to support you. Never read it, bought it 4 years ago. There is an audiobook that you can just leave on if you want me to yap. And as part of that, obviously I had to re-record some of this. We've done an extended edition that any of you can listen to if you want to check it out. And as part of that, I asked on Instagram for some questions from people. And okay, right, yes. Questions too inappropriate for the audiobook. There I am. What's... Yes, I did this myself. Fuck off. Okay, thank you very much. And obviously, as you know, we have a good sense of humor. HarperCollins allow a certain amount of banter, and then there's just like utter filth and trash, you know what I mean, that just can't be let in. So here are the things that absolutely did not get included in the audiobook recording. Here we go. Right. Like, what is that a question? Is it a statement? Are you telling me, is it a command? I don't know. What do we do with this? Right, the next one. Okay, would you smell a Yoshi egg if Yoshi eggs were real? Now, when you're playing a Mario game, it's kind of cute when he shits out a little egg, right? It's like, boop, there we go. And now you got me thinking about Yoshi ass smell. I mean, is Mario just thinking, oh, it's like goopy? Because sometimes when a hen drops one out, there's like stuff that comes out with it, you know what I mean?
So has like the Yoshi egg got that stank, and then like people in Smash Bros are just throwing it at each other? That's fucked up. This question ruined my life. Hi, beep boop, you make people smile, robot emoji. This is a good one. If all the bots were that, rather than pussy in bio, Twitter would be nicer. It's okay, it would be a better place, not on Musk's host. Right, this one's from Curious Cat. Loved your eyes so much, I printed and cut out your eyeballs, pasted it on my pillow, and pretended it was. Shrug emoji. That one's gone straight to the FBI. That's fine. Thank you for doing that. And, oh, yeah. Okay. I am going through this inbox in real time. I see someone going, will you wear rigs? I don't know if these motherfuckers coordinated this. The next question was, when will you wear rigs? I haven't, but maybe Sister Daniel should. You know what I mean? Just get that like 28-inch weave and just flip it about. It could be, oh yeah, this person committed a great act of homophobia. They took this just really ugly screenshot and sent it to me. I look like the troll face in this. As I said, whoever sent this to me, that was an act of homophobia. Don't screenshot things. There we go. Let's say, this one just said, grob. I did Google that. Does this mean anything to anyone? No. Okay. It's one of those things where I worry it's going to have a horrible, horrible context that I won't know. Great. I can live with that. The next one is, would you rather breastfeed someone or be breastfed by someone? Answer the question. Okay, we're going to go there. Let's see. Well, I mean, the someone is really the factor here, isn't there? Because if it's like Evan Peters Trump, it would be different. I think it is much more traumatic to suckle from a horrible teat than it is to offer your teat to someone disgusting, maybe. What I'm saying is, I'd rather let Trump suck my tit than the other way. That's what, okay, thank you. You asked! Don't give me that! This is you! Okay. If you turned into a worm, how would you communicate to your friends and family that it's you? I mean, I guess I'd like flail Dan help in my worm shape on the floor, and then Phil would step on me because he's an oblivious bitch. Okay, next one. We have, what were the other titles you had in mind before setting on the book's final title? This is a good one. This is an actual title. Just piss, Dan Howell. Okay. I've lost the audience. We've gotten to the stage where we're just yelling piss. It's fine. It's like I did back in the Tatanoff Whiskers era. There was a bit of the show where we did the yee meme. And then the audience, with like the lack of attention span, people just kept going yee and heckling us. And I got to the point where I was like, no, I'm doing like a bit about existential crisis. I'm trying to be, and then people in the front row just kept going yee, and I was like, shut the. I almost lauded them. I was honestly like, shh, shh. This is about me, not you. I know you paid for this. I did have a moment where, look, I like the title of the book because if it was just called You'll Get Through This, basic bitch, boring title, and then night is like, ooh, what does she mean? It's so mysterious. I like it. It's like evocative, ponderous, like slightly poetic. I was thinking down it's Auntie K, which I'm not going to say again in our Lord's building. I was going to go down the self-deprecating humor route, so I just wanted to call the bitch like, you've got issues, shut the fuck up and read this book, or something like that, because I thought for some people out there, it might make them laugh, and it's got that energy of, you got to choose a path, where you go down the funny book or the sincere, and I think when we'd finished it, we all read it back and were like, it's actually a nice book, so let's not ruin it, but the next one can be horrible, definitely. I'm curious to know how big your big toe is in centimeters, please. No, okay. When I saw that, I did have the dogs out in my own home, and it was like 6 centimeters, maybe. It's like from true base to tip. You know what I mean? I don't have a big toe. I'm just a big person, so it's like. Anyway, has the slit grown back? Yes, okay, time to shave something else. What's your go-to meal deal? Yeah, okay. I like to get a perfect balance of like, I'm a disgusting slut and I hate myself, and I'm being a good girl, so I'll get like a hummus and falafel sandwich, and then I'll just be like, pickled onion monster munch. I'm a dirty bitch, and I know it. And then I was a Lucozade girl, and then they ruined it with the sugar tax, and now all drinks are disgusting, and I hate this. Are you a pickle guy? I thought that was homophobic, but I guess it can be an actual question. I love a pickle, it's true. You're gay. Okay, thank you, wonderful. Keep that puss stanky queen. This is why I couldn't. It's okay, we're going off. I will eat your toes one by one. D's nuts, it's fine. The doctor offering a blunt. This is such a perfect photo. There's so many sonic screwdriver press photos. There must be a perfect the doctor's handing you a blunt photo for every doctor. That's like the dream rotation. Like maybe the Matt Smith one would get a bit weird, I'm not sure. But no, it's good. I'd like that. It's good. Okay, let's see. If kinetic energy is converted into thermal energy, how hard do I have to punch a chicken to fry it? I am not Hank Green! Stop asking. I am dumb. I am not Vsauce. I know nothing. Okay. Do you think tall people should be allowed in public? No. No. When I go to a gig, I'm just that asshole blocking someone's view. I should just stay inside, stay at the back, and pee-pee, poo-poo. Wonderful. Okay, thank you. Yeah, those were the questions. It's great. I love that this is the slide that it ended on here. We went from pee-pee, poo-poo to hopefully, no matter who read it, wherever they are, whatever journey they're on, they'll take something from it. Okay. Tonal whiplash tonight. The last thing that I wanted to do to just try to land the plane in some way that isn't a complete disaster is I was asked in terms of the extra stuff I wanted to write if I wanted to do an epilogue, and I was like, lady, I wrote an epilogue. Did you read the book? So then I thought, wait, what's another? It's like a post-epilogue, a twepilogue. Yeah, it's fine. So it's a note from Daniel. Ooh, yeah. Do you like that? It's like, I've already done the epilogue, but I'm coming back. A note from Daniel. It's cunty. It's good. Okay. Right. It's fine. Sincere moment. Here we go. Thank you for reading This Night. Writing this book in 2021 while sitting locked down in a lightless basement apartment for months. Yes, that was the fake apartment that me and Phil pretended that we lived in to film videos. That we then got trapped in with all of the boxes that we moved in, and we were just like locked down with all of our shit. That was karma. Okay. It had a certain self-fulfilling irony that was not lost on me. In many ways, I wrote this book not only for my past self that I wish could have known every single thing here when I needed it, but for the guy that was writing it sat in that incredibly uncomfortable hunched T-Rex position typing that needed it right then. Like many of you, I thought that those particularly fun couple of months were just a temporary thing, and I didn't want to write about it in the book because I thought that would date it. And here we are. I hope that you enjoyed the chapter about resilience, and I do talk about something called a polycrisis, which is the worst word that anyone's ever come up with, bloody hell. It does turn out that certain global events do have an effect on our mental health that sometimes we pretend not to think about. And as much as we can try to power through it and pretend certain things never happened, we all deserve to take whatever time we need to process how life makes us feel. And I hope, as I'm back from a hiatus, we're all old, we're all gay, that if I'm doing all right, that all of you are doing kind of all right? Hey. My journey of reflecting honestly on my own life experiences and lifestyle while writing this book was like punching myself in the stomach. Like, bitch, you really live like this? Oh dear. All of the things that I'm doing were not really conducive to a healthy mind, so I guess I'll go outside and touch some grass. But hey, if me telling you all of these awful stories about myself made it more entertaining for you, I'm happy to take the bullet. That is my brand at this point. Even now, I find myself continually rereading the book in those small moments where I start to freak out, and then I go, wait, what was I supposed to do here? Not catastrophize about my death. Okay, I got it. And if that is you, that is okay. I am not expecting anybody to perfectly memorize anything in this book or to retain all knowledge that you ever learn in life. I know I don't. if you are ever sat next to me in the emergency aisle of a plane, know that you may need to just kick me to the curb to knock out that door and inflate the slide, because while I was supposed to be paying attention to the instructions, I was thinking about the alternate timeline where I had the nerve to dye my hair black and could have been a cool emo in school, and we'll never know what that timeline could have been. And that's what I'm busy doing instead of paying attention in life. It was terrifying for me to try and mine all of the content in my life to write advice for people in this book that might actually need it, and for me to find that balance between joking about my mental health and actually getting real about things when the moment called for it. And hey, as I said, if your attempt at opening up comes out incredibly offensive, at least you opened up. It's fine. This is not a book about Dan. I am just here writing this as an example of terrible behavior that you have permission to do, like an awkward, involuntary public transport snort at. You know, when you read something, and everyone goes, okay, slide to the left. And as someone who has written books that has also not finished reading several self-help books because I thought that they were dry or unrelatable or preachy, I hope that you found this book moist, relatable, and accepting of all your beautiful flaws. So many flaws. It's fun. I often worried if any of the material here might be a bit obvious or something you could find on the second page of Google, and then I had a moment of myself being honest about my own ignorance, my own commitment to procrastination, trying to improve my life, my attention span, and the fact that factually just 0.63% of all people ever click on the second page of a Google result. So if you knew anything that was already in this book, good for you. Like, seriously, you must be happy with yourself because you know how to look after yourself. But there I was looking in the mirror, trying to do something for the 99.37% of humanity that never spend their lives asking themselves, can I feel better about anything? And that is something that I have wasted way too much time doing myself. If you want something different, look forward to that, joke of 700 awful, offensive, self-deprecating jokes by Dan. Dan's Big Book of Piss coming to W.H. Smith near you. Dan's, paranormal romance about the NordVPN phantasm. It's okay, it's coming. Perhaps, however, the most terrifying thing about releasing this book into the world was coming face to face with those of you that read it. For in sincere moments like this, all of my protective, self-deprecating persona came crashing down in an instant where someone tells me that this book made them feel better. Because hearing from someone that this book was the first time that they finished anything related to self-improvement, or that just one thing they read gave them a new perspective on a part of their life that they needed, or that people are being recommended this in bookstores, makes me feel like no matter what happens, my mission in life is already complete, and I can be happy with that. Knowing that people have had therapists recommend it to them or suggested it to them by therapy is an unbelievable seal of approval that I appreciate, and I am so inarticulably grateful to have been given the opportunity to do anything that could have made your lives more peaceful and more enjoyable. I have met people who have annotated this book front to back with Post-its. I have met people that have had illustrations from the book tattooed onto their bodies as symbolic reminders of a message from it. And all of this puts that year of writing it in a basement into perspective. I would do it all again, mostly. It has been the privilege of my life to be the guy whose name has been printed on this book, and I just hope that reading it can help any of you as much as writing it helped me. Love and good luck, Dan. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Right. Now, I gotta say, you are all looking beautiful this evening. I appreciate, everyone's got like the slutty bisexual underboob out. It was like, yeah, first day of spring, yeah, dangerous bit of nip, it's okay. So I want to commemorate this moment by getting the selfie with everyone. You can stay where you are. Okay. Oh, wait, I need to do it from up here. Hello, okay, this is fine. Here we go. Let me exercise. Oh, God. Yeah, that's nearly going to take me. Oh, slay, look at me. This power is going to my head. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, don't worry. I'm going to take a couple. Calm down. House lights. Thank you, King. Right, say 3, 2, 1, I'm sorry, God. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, yeah. You're all sexy. I love it. Thank you very much. Okay. Right, I'm going to run before God strikes me down because this has been so offensive. Oh, my God. I just said, oh, my God. Sorry, Jesus. I really... Oh, stop it. God. You're all so gay. Stop. I really appreciate it. The fact that you were like, what the hell else am I doing on a Thursday? Dan Howell in a church? Let's fucking go. I appreciate it. I love all of your support, and hey, who knows, maybe I'll see you again in real life soon. Ooh, we'll see. Have a good night, I'll see you later. Cheers.